Now, the latest iPhone has been launched worldwide on Friday, and Aussies were about the first to get their hands on one. But what's the verdict? Is the new version worth it? I see one bloke camped out for 17 days, so I hope he really is enjoying his phone. And joining us now is technology expert Anthony Slater. So what do you reckon, Slats? Worth the 17-day wait?
Not sure about 17. Maybe like 15 is probably about an okay number. Yeah, no, look, I think it is a good upgrade, I think, but mainly on the internal. So this is the only really external change, this new colour, which is, they're calling this rose gold. You can see they're glimmering in the light. You could call it pink as well. I think most of the changes, though, are really in terms of the software and its functionality. One of the big ones is the camera. So I'll go in and I'll show you a few of the photos that are being taken on the with this new camera.
Sure.
It's increased from 8 megapixels to 12 megapixels. It's got really...
That doesn't always mean better, but does it mean better in this case?
Look, I think it does. I mean, exactly, you're right. Necessarily bigger pixels doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be better, but they've put a lot of technology into the sensor,
making
the way
good
it grabs
use of those pixels, yeah.
This is 4K video that's being recorded as well. Really great video, really great light capture. It can get the sky as well as the foreground in there really smooth. That's some not very nice traffic. But one of the really cool features is this here, the ability to have short little animations when you take a photograph. So if I press in on this, that's a still photograph, but you can see how the dog pops through. Exactly. It records a short little bit of video before and after the photograph has been taken.
Right, so it stays in your camera as a still, but if you touch it, you see there's a little bit of video as well.
Exactly, and it happens automatically. I think that's a really cool feature. If you're taking photos of kids and stuff, it'll record audio as well. It really sort of captures a moment a lot stronger than otherwise. That was some outrageous breakfast. Yeah. The other thing that it's got as well is a new way of interacting.
You take photos of food too, huh?
Yeah, I know, I do. Just for today. That hard press, they're calling it 3D touch. So if you press down on an icon, things will pop up. A little bit hard to see here, but if you hold down and press on it on the screen, you can go into extra options. Access parts of the phone quicker and easier. It's also faster, the faster chip, faster Touch ID, harder screen, lighter case. There's all sorts of things in there which I think make it, really great.
OK, now I've got the original iPhone 6 Plus. It's an awkward size, isn't it? Like, you can't go back to small after you've had it.
I know, exactly.
But it's still an awkward size to deal with.
I agree. Trying to touch the top of the screen, you know, tilting forward, is a little bit tough. I think people got used to the large screens with Android, so you can get the large screen. You can get a smaller version as well. All right,
so, but is it worth it? Do I need to have envy of your new phone, or can I just live with this one?
Yeah, exactly. I think if you've got the 6 Plus or the 6, I think you're okay. If you're upgrading from an older one, you'll notice a huge difference, absolutely. And the plans, though, it's not a cheap phone as well.
Tell us through the plans.
Yeah, absolutely.
How much is it going to cost us?
You're really looking at kind of a minimum of $70 a month, really, to get started. Across the 3 major telcos, I'd say Optus has probably got the best deals at the moment. So at $86 a month, you're getting 3 gig of data. You're also getting unlimited calls. In terms of data, some people say, how much data do I need? It's tough. On average, the average Australian's about 1.3 gig a month.
So what could you do with 1.3 gig a month? Could you get a couple of movies, do a lot of surfing, that sort of stuff?
It's so many variables that it's kind of tough, you know, depending on how the high quality of the videos that you're downloading. So I think it's safe to go something at least 2 gig a month would kind of be the average. You can go much more than that. That's Optus. Vodafone's got a very similar plan at $90 a month with a few extra little things. $5 roaming. You can travel to a whole bunch of countries just for $5 extra a month and use your phone as normal. Telstra is the most expensive. You know, they claim they've got the best network, etc. One of the cool things with them, though, is you can upgrade after 12 months. For an extra about $150, you can get the latest one, so if you really want to stay up to date with the tech. But the biggest thing to consider as well with plans is the phone comes in different sizes in terms of memory. 16, 64, 128.
Don't get trapped.
You want 64 minimum. With these high definition videos...
Because you're going to want to take videos and pictures.
Videos, photos. 16, I think, is just not enough. So that's one of the main considerations.
All right, that's an important one. Thank you, Slats. Beautifully explained.